From the campus of Gloucester County College in Deptford, New Jersey, Comcast Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight, it's the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic Championship game as the Deptford Spartans take on the Kingsway Dragons. Hello again, everyone. Rob Christ along with my partner, Shawn, Leary. Happy holidays to all and a happy new year. Great to be here. A great matchup. Two Tri-County teams and truly a surprise. Kingsway victorious in the semifinals over a solid Washington Township team, and Deptford spoiled the championship hopes of Paulsboro last night.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Deptford-Paulsboro matchup to start off with, and I don't know if that's too much of a surprise. Deptford had the one stumbling blocks right out of the gate. They lose to Williamstown in a double overtime game, but they won 3 since then. This is a team that we saw them in that game, and this is a team that has a lot of potential in every position, really. And you look at the other matchup, well, you got to feel good for Georgie Pasanti. They get a win against his mentor and Bob Byatt against Washington Township. Washington Township had a lot of graduates last year, a sophomore class, and Kingsway's playing phenomenal. This is a team 5-1. I think they're surprised. Everyone else is surprised. I guess it is a surprising final, but these teams have worked hard early in the season to get to this point.
Well, we talked about Kingsway. Kingsway is led by R.J. Page. Not only is he a fine basketball player, but a tremendous track star. Reigning South Jersey Group 3 100-meter champion. But again, he's much more than just speed and quickness. He can shoot the basketball. Shawn, he has scored over 20 points in every game that Kingsway has won.
And he's getting looked at by some Ivy League schools. He's a smart kid, a 4.0 guy. Great shooting touch, and really developed himself as a leader of this team last year. Now, what this guy's able to do is he draws everyone to him. So much attention is to him, so he's now getting some other teammates involved, and he can light it up. I mean, he's got great shooter's touches. You talked about the speed isn't an issue. I mean, the guy can fly around the court, but he has so many things that he can do well on the court, and now he's making his teammates better, and that's why they're at a 5-1 start.
For Deptford, Irvy Zell really runs the point for this Deptford team. Of course, we had him last week in an instant double overtime classic. They lost to Williamstown. He really shined, and his game has improved dramatically since playing AAU ball over the summer.
Well, he's a matchup problem for anybody. He's a big guard who's going to know how many guards are going to be able to match up against a guy who's 6'1", and he plays big. You know, what he's able to do is he's able to work himself in the lane, stand up tall, and he's able to find some of those bigs underneath. Deptford with a size advantage against most of its Royal Division teams, and it all starts at that point guard position. He is a fine guy, probably more of the underrated guys you're going to find in the Tri-County Royal.
Well, some people would suggest that both of these teams being in this championship game are Cinderellas. We'll find out who will go to the ball tip right after this. Welcome back to Gloucester County College. About to get underway. Rob Christ here with Shawn, Leary. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Kingsway. During Page, King, Dixon, and Pigford, your starters for the Dragons. Very small lineup. Phillips, Barty, Ezell, Fox, and Whittingham. And Deptford will enjoy a huge size advantage, but they will have to stop that man, number 22, R.J. Page.
Yeah, you can see he has terrific form. He's really worked hard on his shot. I mean, we talked about his speed and track. I mean, he's certainly going to be looked at for his ability to just run like the wind during the spring season. But some colleges have now become interested in Page. Some Division III looks and also some Division II looks now with the way he's been scoring.
Fred Barty with the first basket, and we're knotted at 2 here early. And here's Page again, looking to the basket. He'll kick to the wing, open 3, and gets the shooter's roll, Ryan Juring.
This team can shoot. Well, one of the reasons why they're 5-1 is the fact that they have been shooting lights out from the perimeter. You're going to need to be able to work on that perimeter. Good look inside. Terrific job finding Barty, 6-foot senior, with a couple of buckets here early on. A minute, 12 seconds into the game. It's 6-4.
An easy lay-in for Barty, and it looks like we may have ourselves a high-scoring game tonight if things continue as they have here early. Dragons and Deptford. This is an interesting curiosity because Kingsway and Deptford may end up seeing one another not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times should they meet in the postseason. Both
make a
Group 3.
Heck of a rivalry if you're able to get a good one here to start off the year. Get into that Tri-County Conference Rural Division schedule, and then Kingsway, they need to win 4 more games. They're qualifying for the playoffs. Deptford with a nice 3-1 start. You expect them to be in the playoffs as well. Crowd wanted a foul on Ezel. Didn't get one. You can see Ezel is the guy who plays with his head up and that great vision of the court. They're going to have Brian King on it. Brian King has done a real nice job defending that point guard spot.
And right now, they do not have an answer for Fred Barty, as Barty has 3 field goals, and we're knotted at 6. Ball knocked away. Here's Ezel. All alone, Ezel will slam it down. A lot of easy hoops right now for the Deptford Spartans. They're going to have to pick up their game defensively. Looking to penetrate, and we'll have a foul. This looks like it may be Barty.
See Fox coming over, excited for Ezel, getting his first dunk there, throwing it down. See, that's a point guard. How many high school point guards they would go up and dunk the ball? That's just a rarity in South Jersey high school basketball. That just goes to show you the size and the leaping ability at the point for the Spartans.
Again, Coach Bill Hoskins was really pleased with the development of Ezel, and we saw that last week in doing the Williamstown Deptford affair. Ezel, a critical part of this Deptford team. 3-point attempt again, way off the mark for Stein. 8-6, Deptford on top here in the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Left-hander no good, pulled down by Dixon, really Kingsway's lone big man. Now looking to penetrate. We're going to have a foul against Ezel.
Talked about character for the Glassboro girls team in the championship game, coming back from behind and making it a 1-point game at the final. If they were down by as many as 17 points during that game. But you look at this Deptford team, and I think after that crushing defeat opening night against Williamstown, a double overtime loss, this is a team that's done a nice job of rebounding, and I think it's because it's got a bunch of character guys on the roster, coached by a character coach in Billy Hoskins.
Up top, and Brandon Fox, who is a key part of this Deptford team. We talked about it last game. Nicely saved.
Great job by
Kingsway, and now quickly thrown away. So despite the nice save, a turnover results. Again, it's Kingsway coming into this game with a mark of 5-1. Deptford a mark of 3-1. And one of the curiosities about both of these teams, Shawn, their only loss coming at home. In fact, they have never won at home, either one of these teams, because their only home game resulted in a loss for each team. Fox, left-hander, shooter's roll. The Kingsway Dragons losing at home versus Gloucester Catholic, and of course it was Deptford losing at home in double overtime to Williamstown. Turnover here results in Deptford with a 10-6 lead with 3:57 remaining in this first quarter. James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic Championship game. Deptford via a win over Paulsboro to get here, and Kingsway with a big win over Washington Township. Up top, short, rebound Kingsway. So Batty looking to add to those 6 early points. Penetration inside, no good. Fox pulls down the rebound.
You can see Fox is a matchup problem for Kingsway. They just won't have an answer for him tonight. They won't be able to crash the offensive board. It's not a team that you're going to expect a lot from them anyway, offensively on the boards. But Fox is also going to create pretty big mismatch inside defensively for the Dragons. They just don't have the size or the capabilities to be able to guard someone like him. We've already seen Barty with 3 easy looks in the paint.
Inbound after the foul, and this is going to continue to be Deptford possession. Barty to the wing, and Ezel with the open look. That's a 3. Well, you can't allow Ezel that open look. He'll kill you all night. 13-6. Currently a 13-3 run, and inside Dixon, no good. Stripped away, loose basketball. Kingsway maintains possession. Again, we mentioned that Kingsway at a serious size disadvantage, so their looks have to be ideal, or they have to get it into the hands of that man. R.J. Page has 6, a pair of 3s here early.
He just won't miss too many of those open looks. Again, just terrific touch as a shooter, and that's just something you work many days in the driveway, at the gym, in the park somewheres. A lot of time spent working on that shot.
Fox backs down his man Dixon inside. That's just too easy for Brandon Fox. 15-9 edge now for the Spartans. Kingsway rotating the basketball. 3-point again. A wild shot from Stein. Stein's 2 shots have been way off the mark. And again a 3. Barty short rebound, and here comes Byron King. King looking to go end-to-end, will dish inside, and now Kingsway will slow it down with Juring. Long 3-point shot, may have been tipped. It was not. That was an air ball.
You're probably an ill-advised shot that time. Didn't really have his feet set. Just want to correct something I said earlier about it was the home opener, Rob, for Deptford against Williamstown, not actually the opening night of the basketball season. That was a win against Shalleck.
Yeah, they won that one rather easily, 64-50 at Shalleck. And again, there are other wins coming at Cumberland, where they won by 31. And of course, last night, an 11-point win over Paulsboro.
Huge win, 31-point win against Cumberland. Cumberland just beat Salem in the Salem Holiday Classic, where Salem had a big lead. Cumberland came back in that game. A pretty big upset.
17-9 now. Ball knocked away. And we're a minute 20 remaining. Kingsway looking to set up the offense. King will look to penetrate. He'll dish. And looking for Stein to go to the basket. Stein did not. Another turnover here. 17-9. Deptford a sizable advantage here in the first quarter. Ezel to Fox. And Fox to hand back to Ezel, who will look to go baseline. He's fouled. And this will come before the shot.
Well, you just look at the size advantage. Look at Whittingham, number 24. I'm sorry, Elwood Clement. He's a 6'4" junior who just creates a problem inside for Kingsway. Being able to guard somebody like that, he's going to be able to crash the boards, and that's really where Deptford is posted now a double-digit lead. It's just Kingsway does not have an answer for the inside presence of Fox, Barty, and company.
Well, right now, Kingsway is frankly just not playing well. Turning the ball over, and in many instances, these are unforced errors. Inside of 30 seconds, 19-9, and Deptford on top of the Dragons. 3-point shot, wild, hitting nothing but glass. Rebounded by King. King will push, will find Juring, who will throw it up, and it'll be good.
That shouldn't have counted. Got away with that one because it looked like Terry Pratt may have hit the rim on that one.
It may have been through the cylinder. That's probably what the officials are thinking there. Jering will come away with a steal here. Maintains possession, but time will run out. After 1 quarter of play in the championship round of the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic, it's Deptford on top, 19-11. Welcome back to Gloucester County College, host of the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Deptford on top of Kingsway 19-11 as we begin the second quarter. A couple of tri-county foes, and Kingsway a bit of a surprise here early in this young 2007-2008 season with a 5-1 mark, and no bigger surprise than their victory in the semifinal over a Washington Township team that has had some impressive victories thus far this year.
You'd think that, but still a pretty young team in Washington Township. Great look. That time by Herschel Phillips. Finding Fox underneath. Kingsway opened up the year with a win at Cumberland.
Right now, Kingsway needs to expand their scoring. Only 2 men accounting for their 11 points, Page and Jering. Again, a 3-point shot, and this time King finds the mark. So Kingsway really likes to shoot the threes. They have 4 tonight, only 1 basket, not a 3-point basket, and that was in the paint from Jering. Stolen by Kingsway. Penetration inside, laid up and in. Nicely done by Jared Flynn.
Good body control by Flynn that time.
Herschel Phillips is a key cog in this Deptford offense. He had 13 when we saw them last against Williamstown. Inside, Fox with the left hand.
When he gets it that deep, Kingsway just doesn't have anybody who's going to be able to stop him.
Now, Fox really likes to favor that left hand. He's going to have to, when he gets to the next level inside on that side of the basket, go to his right hand. That's something he'll work on. Right now, a decided size advantage. Speaking of size advantages, laying it up and in, it's Elwood Clement. (25-16), and frankly, Deptford not having to work very hard for a lot of these baskets. King, pull-up jump shot, strong, rebound, Ezel. He'll look to break out. Long pass, Clement. Clement will pull up and now go inside. Clement with the charge.
Clement 6'4". Let's try to handle the basketball a little. Show he has some skills. He's just got he's got skills, but he's got broad shoulders. And when you try to get down, try to move around the defender, it's tough to get those big shoulders out of the way.
13 foul for the Spartans, and now they will pick up team foul number 4 as Fred Bartee.
It's talking about a couple of wins early on. The Cumberland win was good for Kingsway, obviously, to start the season. Then they beat Bridgeton in the ALS Tip-Off Classic. Came back and beat Highland at Highland, one of the Tri-County Rural Division opponents. We talked about the loss to Gloucester Catholic, the only loss of the season. We saw that Gloucester Catholic team.
Here's Ezel off the steal again. Lays it up and in with a foul. Gilmore trying to deny Ezel, and Irv would have nothing of it. Ezel already with 7 points, and a timeout called here by Pisante and the Dragons. Well, you mentioned Gloucester Catholic. That's Kingsway's lone loss this season. They were 7 for 26 from three-point land in that game. And a lot of this Kingsway team's offense is predicated on the three-point shot. We've seen that already this evening.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that, but you always look at Pat Murphy and what he does at Gloucester Catholic. They can make a lot of people look bad, and they play a great defense. You're not going to be able to score a lot of points against that team. And again, Gloucester Catholic, one of the premier teams in the Tri-County Conference. Kingsway needs to be able to hit the outside shot, let's face it. They need to be able to get a couple of turnovers, try and get some easy points in transition. And I think Coach Pisante said it best. The bad shot for them is like a turnover because they're not going to be able to get offensive rebounds and be able to try to get some of those bad shots and turn them into some buckets. There you see Billy Hoskins, the Deptford coach, another fine coach, a Clearview graduate.
Hoskins always very calm over on the sideline. I was watching both he and Hunt during that Williamstown-Deptford double overtime affair, and it was quite a contrast as Hunt quite animated and Hoskins quite cool.
Hey, he's got his water bottle, take a sip every once in a while. He'll mess with the cap when he gets really excited, might twist it a little extra.
Page dishes, three-point good. Jared Flynn has poured in 5 this quarter. 27-19, Deptford with the 8-point margin. Zell to the wing. And Phillips loses possession of the ball. He'll come away with it down on the ground. It's now thrown, and here comes Kingsway. And this time we're going to have a double dribble as Flynn kind of lost track of things. Clement will check out for Deptford. That Williamstown game. Brandon Fox, key part of this Deptford team, was hobbled by an injury, and looks like he's moving appreciably better this evening. Baseline, no good. 2 Deptford Spartans inside, unable to convert over the back, no. And it looks like we're going to have a double dribble. And now a technical foul. This is going to be called against Barty. Barty not pleased with the call, just kind of flung the ball over his head. A late call, but a technical. Referee's making a statement here early. Page hits. A little surprised at the technical, but
Barty also, that comes his second foul as well.
In and out for Page, but they will maintain possession.
Barty's going to go to the bench. Billy Hoskins was shooting some daggers at his young player for picking up the technical. Now he has to come to the bench. That's something I think Hoskins wanted to do, is substitute him out. He had the hot hand early on.
No. If I'm not mistaken, high school rules, he has to sit on the bench. You kind of put him in timeout.
Oh, yeah? Little timeout? He also has 2 fouls, so he probably would have sat on the bench no matter what.
And a foul called here on Flynn. I'll talk to one of the refs about that and see whether or not that is in fact a rule. I know in soccer, for instance, they are forced to sit out, and the NJSIA has really tried to clamp down on character fouls, if you will.
I like the timeout rule. Just let him go sit down for a minute.
Again, another push here. It's coming against King. Each team with 5 team fouls. 3:48 remains in this first half. 27-20. Deptford, after trailing 3-0, took control and has not looked back.
Maybe you can even throw in like a written apology. You know, you throw in a little written apology. Maybe I will not throw the ball at the ref. You write that 10 times.
100 times, yeah. Nice.
100 might, it might cost you half. Maybe 10 times.
Education's changed since you went to school, Shawn. Out to the wing, King, pull-up jump shot, and gets the shooter's roll. This is a 2.
They're able to get back into the game again, Rob, because that 3 is live for this team. And if they get hot from the outside, they can throw in a couple buckets and quickly turn a 10-point lead into a 5-point lead.
Little spin move. Phillips elevates. 2 strong rebound, King. Kingsway really pushing the basketball. King thrown up. No good. Inside. Good. Well, Terry Pratt cleans up the garbage. Timeout called as it's now 27-24.
We see now that kind of changed momentum after that technical foul.
5-point run since then. And again, you can see why both of these teams have been successful. Deptford with quite an arsenal, and Kingsway with some deft shooting.
Is that def as in D-E-F?
Deft.
Deft.
You must be deaf, not hearing the T.
You see Georgie Pasanti, 5-1 to start the season.
Big
Gotta
win.
feel good for him, because I mean, he's kind of had a rough start at Kingsway.
That big win against Washington Township. Yeah. Of course, he was a Washington Township alum, played basketball there, coached with Shelby, and then coached under Bob Byatt, and ended up beating his mentor. On the wing, Deptford out of the timeout, looking for a good possession. Zell. Very, very patient here by the Spartans. Inside. Looking to go baseline turnaround. No good. Fox again with that left hand. Fox with 10 points already. 6 in the second quarter.
There's too much strength underneath for Fox.
Page will look to penetrate. Page inside, good. Page with his first field goal of the second quarter. He now has 9 points on the evening. 29-26. Kingsway has really tightened things here at Gloucester County College. The James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Inside Fox again, just showing that great strength. And you got to continue to push it inside to Fox until Kingsway can figure out a way of solving it. You're probably going to have to front him defensively.
I think you're just going to have to collapse everything down and maybe hope that Deptford misses a few. This is a
knocked away on the ground, and now ball kicked. So again, another turnover by the Dragons. (31-26). Again inside, and another easy lay-in for Brandon Fox. 14 points for Fox, as Deptford has reclaimed their 7-point edge. Page has it knocked away. Page again looking to create. Look at the speed of Page. Well, dish looking for Pratt. Fox solid defensively. And checking in Dixon for Pratt. Open look is short as Gilmore comes away with nothing. Inside of a minute, and here's Ezell. Deptford will look to continue to push and extend that 7-point edge. And it's going to be off of Deptford. So again, you see the disruption that Page causes with that extraordinary speed.
A great aggressive defense, right time to go out and try and get a steal along the sideline, where you, even if you allow the man to get by, one of your teammates is going to help you out.
Kicks to the wing, 3-point shot is short. Big rebound here by Winningham and the Spartans. Ezell looking to go coast to coast. Ezell left hand counter. Herb Ezell looking to finish the 3-point play. He was unsuccessful the last time at the line, but with 9 looking to go to double figures. Ezell led all scorers in that Deptford-Williamstown game, at least all Spartan scorers, I should say, scoring 15 points and having 9 of those in the 2 overtimes. Ezell makes and extends 10-point lead. Easy lay-in here, Dixon.
Good find that time by Brian King, finding his teammate downfield. He's a running back during the fall for the Dragons. That time delivering a nice pass, playing the point for the Dragons.
Inside, stolen away. Dixon inside of 5 seconds. King will have to go coast to coast. King up, fouled with .5. Hoskins not pleased with that call. King will head to the line. Foul committed by Winningham, just his first. King off. He has 5 points, all of them coming in this second quarter. And he'll miss both. And that'll do it as the foul yields no points. We head to the half. The James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Deptford on top of Kingsway, 36-28. Welcome back to Gloucester County College. Rob Christ along with Shawn Leary. Second half action. Deptford and Kingsway in the championship of the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Kingsway inbounds, and quickly Ezell has it in his possession. Now down on the floor. An excellent defense by Ezell to disrupt that Kingsway Dragon team. But Kingsway comes away with the basketball. Both teams scoring 17 points in that second quarter. It's the first quarter where Deptford owned that 8-point edge, and that's where we are now. 36-28. Turnover once again by the Dragons. And that's something that they're going to have to rectify soon, Shawn, if they hope to win this basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about in the locker room. They said, you know, how about a skip pass? You know, force them into a skip pass. Deptford took made one outside jumper in that first half. One jumper. Everything came inside.
Barty silent in that second quarter. Now has 8. Page kicks up top for the 3-point shot. No good. Dixon outmuscled by Fox.
It's because he was putting time out. Usually kids are silent when they're putting time out.
That is correct. Phillips dishes, and no good. King pulls down the rebound for the Dragons. King, an excellent student and a fine football player, has really done a nice job at the point for this Kingsway team. Page's 3-point rims out. Deptford again really owning the boards. Inside, nice block. But inside, Winningham will draw the foul on Pickford, who stopped Deptford initially, but couldn't do it twice in a row.
Hey, the junior Pickford getting the block. That's gonna really agitate you. You get a block, and it's few and far between that happens. But Deptford getting back to the line. 6'3" junior is Winningham. Terrific compliment.
Winningham with his first point of the evening. This is the second. Winningham usually pours in the points, but again, that's indicative of this Deptford team. They have so many weapons. You cannot focus merely on one man. R.J. Page, the leader of this Kingsway team, picks up the dribble and dishes to Jurin. And now Dixon will look to penetrate and has it taken away by Fox. Ezel pulls up, blocked by Page inside, and Dixon wins this wrestling match. Kingsway will maintain possession. By the way, the officials, Barry Schultz, Brian Feeney, and Bob Sumner, did not give those to you in the first half. Had a powwow, as there you see Brian Feeney. And I was incorrect. In high school basketball, after a technical foul, you do not have to sit on the bench. So that was just Coach Hoskins trying to calm down that team. Jump shot is altered. And they have done a nice job clamping down on Page here early in the third quarter. Inside, and foul called here.
One of the things that Kingsway is going to have to do is remain patient on offense, Rob. And one of the reasons is, like Coach Bisante said, it's like a turnover if you have a bad shot. So every shot going to be key here in the second half. Deptford doing a nice job defensively as well against Kingsway. You have an 11-point lead. Kingsway with only 28 points. Remember, we talked about in the first half is this team can score points in a hurry because of its outside shooting. But you need those looks to be good looks. It's working the ball around and waiting for the right opportunity to pull the trigger.
Deptford just 3 for 6 from the free stripe tonight. Page dishes, three-point shot, rims out, rebound Fox, and again it's just all Deptford on the glass. Inside, easy lay-in for Herschel Phillips, and quickly Kingsway calls a timeout as it has been all Deptford here in this third quarter. 6-point run for the Spartans.
That's the look you want, though. You had Page drive into the lane, kick it out to an open look in the corner. But when you don't knock that down, what happens is Deptford's allowing that break. They'll start the break, and Kingsway not able to get back and defend. And you don't have a shot blocker, so there's no one going to be able to come from behind and alter a shot from one of the Deptford guards. Remember the size that we talked about from the Deptford guards. So, I mean, it's just a very difficult matchup for Kingsway, this Deptford team in the Tri-County Rural Division. It's not like Deptford is a bunch of trees either. I mean, they have some height in there and some size for high school. But, I mean, Billy Hoskins, one of the bigger teams in the Rural Division, Kingsway will match up better against most other Rural Division teams. The size won't mean as much.
Shot by Page, and a foul called here. As Page has gone cold. This will go against Dixon. Ezel swings it to the wing, and up top, Fox. Nice look inside, easy lay-in for Winningham. Don't forget, I mean, we lose sight of the fact that Fox is a presence inside, but he is just as dangerous outside. And a 5-second call.
He's got a good sense for the game, Rob. I think you're right. We talk about inside tonight, he can dominate a game, but he can pop out, hit a jumper. He's a terrific passer. He sees well. He can pass over most defenders, especially in this conference. You can see him there. He can even take the ball to the basket.
Shot denied, and Kingsway still on defense. Inside, Fox with that left hand good. Well, again, no answer for Brandon Fox. 16 points for Fox. We mentioned before, Page scored 20 in every game except versus Gloucester Catholic, the lone loss for the Dragons. He only had 9 in that one. He currently has 9. So Deptford has really clamped down on Page. And conversely, Kingsway has had no answer for that young man. Brandon Fox, his first time to the free throw line, and he hits. Kingsway again loses it, and a foul called here. The wheels are coming off the Kingsway wagon.
It's not a good thing when your wheels come off your wagon.
No.
No. Not at all.
Fox to Phillips. Inside, Fox up and in.
I think people are going to watch this and not get a real good indication of what Kingsway has done early in the season and what this team's about. It's just a very poor matchup for the Dragons, and any team that's going to see them in Group 3 that will have size will be licking their chops.
Again, it's Winningham with the superior size to elevate and pull down the rebound. Kingsway is still scoreless. We have 3:20 left in this third quarter. 49-28. Deptford has blown this thing open.
In the meantime, they're probably going to have to get a new wagon because the wheels have certainly come off.
Or at least pull it over to the garage.
Yeah.
$13-0 run to start the second half for the Spartans. And that man, R.J. Page, needs to get on track if the Dragons hope to climb back into this one. It'll be a long climb. Page for three. Good. Page with his third tray.
Yeah, it's fun watching somebody who can shoot as well as he does. Just watching him go up, his release, the form, the rotation on the ball as it goes in.
Fox, no good. Rebound Page. Here comes Page and the Dragons. Down by 18. Three-point shot. Good.
That's what I talked about. I mean, this is a team that can hit a couple of three-pointers and get back into the game. I mean, the fact remains that Deptford established such a big lead that even a couple of three-pointers won't be able to put Kingsway back into it. They're going to need to do it on the defensive end and try to get some easy buckets in transition.
Hoskins calls a timeout here. Again, still trailing by 15 are the Dragons. But I like that timeout by Hoskins. All too often, basketball coaches seem to let it get away, and then all of a sudden you can't stop the momentum. Hoskins says, listen, we need to reevaluate our defense. We have a sizable edge here, and let's maintain it.
Going in, listen, we're playing without a wagon. How can Come on, let's go. We got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Don't lose the concentration, and don't give the open threes. I mean, this is a team, for two contrasting defensive styles here in the second half. For Kingsway, you want to say, let's force Deptford to make some outside jumpers. And for Deptford, they want to say, let's force Kingsway to make a couple inside shots.
Fox inside, no good, tipped away. Deptford basketball. And again, Kingsway just having a real tough time pulling down any rebounds.
So using the body box now.
Here's Fox. Fox uses his strength. No good inside, and Elwood Clement has Kingsway singing the blues.
Yeah, throwing a little Elwood and the blues together, huh?
Page looks to penetrate, kicks. Juring over. Flynn, no good. Rebound, and this one's going to go against Elwood.
I love Elwood's face after he commits a foul.
He's so tormented. Again, a three, and that time Juring just didn't get his feet under him.
Elwood, football player as well for Coach Al Urio at Deptford. Another football coach is in the house in the stands with the Kingsway.
Tony Barchuk.
Yeah, Tony Barchuk. He's always in the stands.
Had an opportunity to talk to him before the game. He's very excited about his young football team. We saw them on Thanksgiving. says next year they're going to be better, and in a couple of years he thinks they're going to be really something special. But the other thing that he really talked about with a tremendous amount of pride was his former wide receiver inside, laid up and in. Jared Flynn with 10 points now. It's 51-36. Dorian Bryant, who just played in the ball game the other night for Purdue.
Yeah, former wide receivers actually in the house right in front of him. Came back, flew in last night. In fact, he was in the first round game. We played against Central Michigan. What a pass to get that back to one of the teammates.
Juring kicks. Juring again, a long three, no good. And he had a sense that if they could hit that Kingsway really would have felt the momentum. Instead, it's denied, and it's 51-36. Go ahead, Shawn.
Yeah, he came back. I mean, he just played against Central Michigan, flew home,
and was able to come in. A tremendous ball game.
Yeah, that was a great one. 51-48 in overtime. Purdue gets the win. Dwayne didn't have one of his best nights, but they had 3 other receivers who had 100 yards.
Ball comes loose. Here's Ezel, and it's a charge.
Dwayne saying he could share a little bit too, you know. Let the other guys have a chance. His final game. What a career for Dwayne Bryant, though, at Purdue. There you see Tony Barchuk. You see Dwayne's and Rondell Gilmore's mother right in front of him. And right to the left, if you go left a little bit, there's Dorian. Yeah, left there he is. Kind of got the hat on.
Low,
a little bit chilling out.
Low profile. Projected to maybe go in the second or third round. And one of the things that makes him very attractive to the NFL is his ability to return kicks. I mean, he is something special. And we've seen just how important that can be. Juring, kicks, Page, short, no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. It's Deptford with a 15-point edge. Welcome back to Gloucester County College, site of the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. This is the championship game, and a pair of tri-county powers, Kingsway and Deptford, facing off. It's been all Deptford since early in the first quarter. They have a 15-point edge. Again, a mad scramble ensues, and Kingsway comes away with it. Pushing, Kingsway with the basketball, driving, laid up and in, Rondell Gilmore. Deptford outscoring Kingsway 15-8 in that third quarter, extending their lead to 15. Now down to 13 with 7:30 left.
Gilmore, the younger brother of Dorian Bryant, and he was the starting quarterback, took over the starting quarterback position for Kingsway in the middle of the season. Did a nice job as a freshman taking over that role.
Tony Barchuk really excited about the development of Gilmore. Started in the third game for the first time and played the rest of the season, and we were very impressed with his arm strength.
Yeah, very impressed. I mean, the kid can run. He's going to be a matchup problem for a lot of teams in that Tri-County Royal over the next 3 seasons. Again, you know, looking at his brother, Dwayne, guy just ran incredible. I mean, he's 4.2 speed, 4.2 something speed. And I hope he just has good advice for his younger brother to work hard during the off season and improve, so that he can get similar opportunities as his brother, and not trying to live up to his brother's legacy here in Gloucester County. Because let's face it, over the last 10 years, you look at some of the guys. Gary Brackett, certainly one of the terrific success stories in this area of South Jersey. Gilmore has, Dwayne Bryant is certainly one of those guys that you look at who had an outstanding college career and will be probably drafted into the NFL, again from Gloucester County. We're talking about only one county out of South Jersey, but Gilmore has the skills to become one of the real good ones coming out of this area. But it depends on how hard you're working. how much work you put in the off season, how you grow and just mature as a player, and also just your physical tools.
Well, Gilmore certainly has what seems to be quite a few tools. And unquestionably, Dorian Bryant, as soon as we saw him, we recognized how electrifying he was.
There's only a couple of us that have 4.2 speed.
Yeah, but your 4.2 speed's in the 10-yard dash.
You get 10 yards at 4.2.
Juring looking to penetrate kicks. Here's Gilmore. Gilmore wildly misses. And another Kingsway turnover.
Talked about the arm strength. There it is.
How would you like to have...
you just got to overcome it.
If you're Tony Bartchuk, all of a sudden you have a transfer by the name of Dorian Bryant. He's going to be an NFL draft pick, and then a couple of years later, the family gives you a freshman talent like Gilmore.
That's what makes your team. You know, you look at what Paul Galls did at Shalleck for its athletic programs. That's athletic program that struggled for a couple of years. You bring in a Paul Galls, it just changes the face of a program. Kingsway's not struggled, but not particularly done extremely well in football and basketball over the last couple of years.
Ball knocked away. Kingsway continuing to fight back, and struggle ensues. And it looks like the possession arrow will point to Kingsway. 53-38. 5:34 left, and sloppily played fourth quarter. Each team with a pair of points.
You look at that Tri-County Rural Division in football, and that's fun to try and project, or not fun. Depends if you get them right or not. But when you look at Williamstown, they've certainly improved and become one of the top teams in that division, where Kingsway over the years and Deptford over the years had a few runs during the 90s.
And now you have Cumberland in the mix.
Cumberland, yeah, surprises everybody. Clearview's had a couple of good years.
Clearview, of course, this year just missed the playoffs by one power point. Ball tipped up. Kingsway still trying to scratch and claw their way back. Turnover. Phillips with the turn. 5:01 left. Still a 15-point lead. I mean, this is not a game that is out of reach by any means by Kingsway. However, they need to get their shooting from three-point range back in sync. And that man particularly, who has now had a three in 3 of the 4 quarters, he has 4 threes overall and 15 points on the night.
Against good teams like Deptford, we talked to George Casante, and he didn't really mention, see Foxy a little surprised, the offensive foul call on him.
And Bill Hoskins is incredulous.
Yeah, he doesn't freak out or anything. He'll just give you that disgruntled look out on the court, like you can't believe what's going on.
Up top, look, nothing but glass inside, and coming away with it, it's Page. He battles Page, and we're gonna have a reaching foul here, and that's when you isolate Page, he can just kill you with that speed.
Yeah, he's going to break down his defender. But what he's got to do is be able to pull up and hit that soft jump. You know, we've seen him already with the set shot and be able to drain those 3 pointers.
Go ahead.
3-point shot, it was short. Rebound, Dragons. They'll kick. Here's King. King, pull-up shot, high arcing shot, no good. Rebound, Whittingham. Here comes Deptford. And Kingsway, every time they seem to need a critical basket, they frankly could not get it to fall.
Let's give Deptford some credit. I mean, look at Fox and Ezel, even though they had a 15-point lead, they're making a couple of mistakes in their made with themselves.
Well, the other thing I like about Deptford is that Coach Hoskins, every time they seem to get into trouble, he knows where to go. He goes right down inside the Fox where they have a big-time mismatch, and typically it yields results.
And one of the other things too is he's still coaching at this point. He knows it's a 12, 15-point lead. It's not like he's saying, all right, it's just time to have some fun. Let's continue to coach and play basketball the right way for 4 quarters. See a nice crowd tonight, huh?
Yeah, always a good crowd here at the Atkinson Memorial Classic. A championship game that was a surprise to a few people. And of course, Deptford and Kingsway, well represented. Interestingly, Kingsway was going to pull out of this tournament because they didn't want to face Williamstown because they may face them 3 or times during the course of the year. So instead, Deptford comes in the tournament. They might face Deptford 4 times.
You know what? But they'd probably be happy to face them 4 times. It means that they're in the playoffs.
Well, at this point, I think it would be quite an upset if Kingsway doesn't make the playoffs.
Well, whoever that the Dragons face, it's probably going to be a team that's going to have a height advantage. It's going to have to be something they're going to have to work through and improve on as the season goes.
Here's Bart T.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too many Group 3 teams.
Inside Bart T.
It was a nice look. Nice feed, Bart T finishing.
Bart
Fox
T
is
with
getting
11.
Getting a laugh at his front court teammate, Jared Winningham, who I believe made that pass.
Foul shot goes awry. That's one of the few things that Deptford has not done well tonight, and that's shoot free throws. Wild pass picked up by King. King looks inside, finds his man, foul committed, does not go for Terry Pratt. Each team with 16 fouls. We have 3:27 left in this final. And Pratt, way too strong. And again, misses another. Stolen away. Page looking to lay it up. And in. Page knew he had Ezel trailing and used the basket for protection. 55-43. It's a 12-point game now. Ezel. And that defense parted like the Red Sea. Ezel found the promised land, and it's back to 14. Inside, easy lay-in, and Pratt knocks it in. Kingsway calls timeout as they trail by 12 with 2:45 left.
Well, Kingsway, I mean, now you got to get a couple steals, hit a couple 3 balls to get yourself back into it. Still plenty of time here, Rob. I mean, 2:45. It's a 12-point lead. Can be overcome in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's going to start though defensively. Thing is, I mean, you look at Ezel and Herschel Phillips and these guys, they handle the basketball extremely well. And they're not prone to too many turnovers. And, you know, even if you want to press, Deptford will throw over top. I mean, they'll throw over the top of you. So it's, again, size. There's so many different things that very difficult to overcome. You need that good guard play, and you get that with Ezel. Not only is he got the height advantage, but also he handles the ball so well.
Get the ball into Ezel's hands, and he's defended by Page. Across the timeline. Again, Deptford with the 12-point edge with 2:30 left. Winningham. Strong. Rebound. And foul called here as Flynn hits the floor. going to be a 1-and-1. Jared Flynn has yet to see the free throw line. We mentioned that Deptford has struggled a little bit from the free throw line. Kingsway, Deptford has struggled. They have really struggled.
Yeah.
I mean, missing 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
Well, this really works out for you. It stops the clock. You get 2 free throws. You can cut the lead to 10.
Flynn with 11 points, and now makes it 12. Foul called here.
Good effort by Gilmore. Try and get the steal, but
now you start to get into a free throw shooting contest.
Not much time comes off the clock, and you put John Lewis, who hasn't been in the game that much in this game, you put him in there, put him at the line, and maybe you might be able to get a rebound here and still hold that opportunity to cut it to single digits if he misses this one.
This is John Lewis at the free throw line, 5'8" junior, with his first point of the game, and now hits both. 59-47. Shawn, I'd be remiss if I not talk a little bit about this tournament. This is on behalf of the Gloucester County Board of Chosen Freeholders. They put this game on, and this is the 6th annual tournament. As Whittingham may have been pushed in the back, and now the ball turned over, but the tournament named after the late Gloucester County freeholder, who was someone who did quite a bit for the young people living in and around Gloucester County. And they have created this tournament and subsequently a memorial scholarship fund, which will benefit some of the local high school students. Inside Fox again.
And also the Gloucester County College. You got the big dogs who run the show over here, Freddie Schwartz, Wayne Rochelle, Bob Frederick, Ron Case, Page. That's a dream team right there. That's what that is. Those 4. And they're up there with like the 4 horsemen, 4 musketeers. They need like a name almost. I don't know if they're just...
Yeah, the dream team's been taken.
Dream team, we got to come up with something. But those 4 need a nickname.
All right. Maybe you work on that.
I am. I'm going to think about it. Still got time. We've got a minute 50.
61-49. You got your laptop today. You're gonna Google up.
I could start
Dream
Googling
team names.
I could start Googling
for 4 men.
No, I'm not. But I'm gonna think of something. You're looking at me like I'm ready.
You're not working very quickly. I can see that.
I'm thinking the wheels. My wheels are still on the wagon. They're returning.
Yes, I hear them. Minute 50 left, 61-49. Deptford again has really controlled things throughout. A size advantage that Deptford has really taken full advantage of. And now Kingsway trying to work their way back into this one. Kingsway's outside shooting has been hot and cold throughout the evening, but you have to give a lot of credit to Deptford as they have forced many turnovers throughout the night as well. Full court press put on by Kingsway. They find Ezel. He's marked by Page. Ezel across the timeline. Reach in by Page. Page looks right into the eyes of his father as the foul is committed right in front of us and right next to his dad. Ezel will head to the free throw line. He has been there twice and hit once.
I got 2 possibilities.
13 points for Ezel. Make it 14. Well, the suspense is killing me.
Well, you got, since they're legendary, and this goes with the whole American, the pride, these guys have done so much in sport. Our forefathers, not so good. How about quattro formaggio, the big cheese? Quattro Formaggio.
Why?
They're the big cheeses.
What's plural of formaggio?
Formaggini? I don't know. I like just the Quattro Formaggio.
Got a guy named,
the four of them.
Guy named Shawn Leary
Rochelle,
speaking Italian now.
Frederick, Case, and Schwartz. Quattro Formaggio. Make that your one. You may see T-shirts made up at GCC in the future.
And of course, you'll want to kick back on that. Minute 28 left, 65-49.
Maybe I'm just hungry. Quattro Formaggio sounds like you throw that on a pizza and it'll be real good. You mentioned you didn't eat dinner either.
No, well, I guess I'll be heading out to a local parlor right after this. Do I order the Quattro Formaggio by name?
I would try. See if they got it working.
And if they don't, then I'd certainly recommend it. Ezel has been red hot from the free throw line in this fourth quarter. He has hit 5 straight, adding to his total, now 6. 18 points for Ezel. And we talked about at the start of things, he's not disappointed. Page, great look inside, knocked away. Phillips with fine defense for the Spartans. They continue to play as they have an 18-point edge and trying to make it 20. They do. Whittingham cleaning up the garbage. He has 5. Inside of 50 seconds now. Up top, Page. Page will look to penetrate inside, and this time foul. So Page heads to the free throw line. He has 19 points, so should he hit 1 of 2 here, he will continue his impressive streak of 20-point games. 20 points in 6 of 7 this season. He does.
Going to get some mass substitutions now as Kingsway starters are going to come out.
Dragons will return to their lair, and Hoskins will act in kind.
Nice job by Fox. Ezel, Whittingham's going to come out. Terrific effort by them. Deptford's got to be pretty happy with the defensive effort that they put on tonight.
Fox with 21 points. If Page can make this, he will match Fox for a high score this evening. He does. Page will come out of the basketball game with 21 and subbed by number 21, Rasheed Williams. So down to just 40 seconds left in the Atkinson Memorial Classic. The outcome has been determined. 69-51, Deptford come away with the championship trophy. Fed inside, and here comes Williams for the Dragons. Opportunity for someone to get on the scorecard here. Continue to pass around the perimeter. Pull-up jump shot, good. And that's a 2 for David Datz. And that'll do it as the final score. Deptford victorious 69-53. They are the 2007 champion of the James G. Atkinson Memorial Classic. Stick around, we'll have a wrap. Welcome back to Gloucester County College. Deptford victorious in the championship game of the James G. Atkinson Classic. here at Gloucester County with winning head coach Bill Hoskins. Final score 69-53. And Coach, one of the things that's so impressive about your team is that you have a litany of talent. We saw that tonight. Fox, a power inside. Ezell, so impressive in bringing down the ball. But you also have a number of other players who really contribute. Going into tonight's game, did you really look to try to set up a particular matchup, or was it something where you just kind of let the game play out and look for your spots?
Well, we had a matchup that we were going to try to take advantage of, and early on that didn't work out. But we do have many guys that can score almost at every position this year. That's a luxury we haven't had in years past. And they do a good job of finding the open man and sharing the wealth.
One of the things that we talked about on the air is just watching you back from the Williamstown game and here on the sideline, always so calm, cool, and collected. Is that something you're cognizant of? Is something that you try to bring to your team, or is it just your nature?
I think a little bit of both. I think early on in my career, I was a little crazy on the sidelines, and I think that kind of spilled out onto the players. So since I've mellowed out, I think they kind of take that personality and they don't get rattled. They stay calm under certain situations, and I think it works to our advantage.
Some people suggested coming into this tournament that we would see a Washington Township-Paulsboro matchup, probably more so on the Washington Township end, not necessarily as much as a surprise with you beating Paulsboro, but, seeing this Kingsway team, you may end up seeing them 4 times. What kind of problem does that present?
Yeah, George and I talked about that today, as a matter of fact. As most people know, we're close friends. We used to coach together, so we were talking about that. We play each other January 8th, about a week and a half, and it's going to be a tough game. If they shoot the ball well, they can beat anybody on any night. Like we saw last night, I think they hit 8 or 9 threes, and they're tough to defend that way.
Again, getting back to the idea of facing one another 4 times, does that present an advantage for one team versus another?
I don't think so. I mean, we pretty much come from the same principles, both man-to-man, hard man, a lot of motion offense. So even coming into tonight, we pretty much know what each other's going to run. And, it's just any given night, who's shooting well, who's playing strong defense. And again, we saw that last night with them. Lastly, in terms of this tournament, always a great tournament every year. Your first time here, first time overall? No, we've been in it. This is our 3rd time. Okay. 3rd time. How much does it mean to you as a coach and to the players in general in winning this championship? Well, it's a momentum builder. Coming over the holiday. Last couple of years, we've played in the Tip-Off Classic in Ocean City, and it's just one game before the holiday. So we've had off that full week to do like a little mini camp. This year, we decided to come back and play, so we kind of stay fresh and keep our game on. But tonight, actually, as you saw, we got a little fatigued. I think the back-to-back up and down the floor games kind of wore us out. But I think it's going to really get us momentum carrying into January and into our conference schedule. Well, I don't think there's any question that you're going to have a lot to say when it comes down to January and thereafter, and we look forward to watching you. Congratulations again on the championship. Irv Ezell was named the MVP of the entire tournament. Shawn Leary has Ezell along with Brandon Fox, tonight's top scorer.
Well, first, congratulations, Ezell, on winning the most valuable player of the tournament. It's got to feel pretty good, right? To get a little hardware coming out for the tournament, I guess?
Yeah, it felt good getting that. Yeah.
What have you learned from some of these guys? You got some senior leaders on this team, I'm sure, has taught you some different things about, running that point and running the team. What are some of the advice that they've given you, and how's that helped you during the season?
They tell me to pass the ball and push it up so they can get it, but I'll be trying to take it sometimes.
Well, you probably should. You got a big height advantage over most point guards. Do you find that to be a little bit to your advantage, especially going up against some of the smaller Royal Division point guards?
Yeah, and plus I think I got a lot of speed too, so the height give me a more advantage too. Yeah.
Now, I like the smile on your face early in the game when you're able to get up and throw one down. Not too many point guards are going to be able to get up and dunk like you did, but tell me that feeling of being able to do that on tournament and on TV and being able to get a dunk.
It feels good because it get everybody pumped up and you be hyped and you just keep going, get more hype.
What did Brandon say to you after you did that?
Good dunk, baby. That's what he said.
Well, congratulations to you. Best luck for the rest of the season. And Brandon, that's a good win for you guys. And I think as the World Division, look at it, there's not too many guys with your height in the division. You should be able to, get some points down low. But that's not just about your game, right? I mean, you like to be able to go out and pass the ball and distribute as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like to spread it around to the team. Sometimes I'll shoot the 3 if I'm wide open, but I know if I'm open, I score. If I ain't open, I can pass it to anybody on our team because we're all capable scorers. So
Is there anything that you said to the team, or maybe as a leader on the team, after the Williamstown loss? Because that was a tough one. You lose in a double overtime. There's two ways you can respond to that. And sometimes, it really can get a team down, or somebody can respond on the team and you can, turn it into a positive and say, listen, we're going to win the next 3 or 4 games like you've done.
Yeah, we felt bad after the loss, but we knew we had to bounce back. And basically, we all talked about this tournament. We knew this tournament would be a good way to bounce back from that loss to Williamstown. 2
good wins, one against Paulsboro yesterday, and then be able to come back against Kingsway, a 5-1 team. That's a pretty good mark on your schedule to see 2 good teams go down at the hands of the Deptford Spartans early on. Something, I guess, that's going to be able to catapult you into the season, give you more confidence.
Yeah, we think that this will definitely give us more confidence to go. We got a big division game coming up next week, so we're going to be ready for that.
Well, congratulations to you again for winning. I'm sure that we're going to be probably seeing you guys more and more as the season goes on. And if we can just get Rob back over here. You realize you are supposed to come back. This is the second time in a row that I've looked to my right and there's no Rob Christ. And you know what? Rob Christ is supposed to be there, but he's not there.
Well, in speaking with Bill Hoskins, who's, again, very personable, just talking a little bit about, how the season has progressed, the importance of this win, coming back over a tough Williamstown loss. And, after the Williamstown loss, he said that his team, he was a little concerned about how they would respond in practice, but he said it was a great practice, and the team has really done well. Again, this is a Deptford team that, frankly, is going to have a lot to say when it's all said and done.
Well, I like the fact that you talked about, some of these kids and being good leaders and stuff like that. But I think Billy Hoskins really likes his team. And he thinks it's a real coachable team. And I don't think he's really surprised to say that this team responded. Because I talked to him before the season, and he said he really liked this group. He thought it was a good group of kids, thought they worked hard in the off-season, worked hard in practice, and you can see the fruits of the labor coming out. And this is a team that really is a tough matchup for most of the teams in the division. They're going to rack up wins. They're going to get a nice seed come playoff time. And I think Deptford, you're right. I think Deptford's a team in Group 3. There's some matchup problems. You get Ezel running that point. He likes to score, but he can dish it. You have some jump shooters, and you have some inside presence. And they play good defense. They can all run the floor well. It's going to be tough to get them out in Group 3, but still a lot of basketball to be played.
Well, of course, we saw them a couple of years ago in a Group 3 championship game, a fine game with a heated game over Camden at Eastern High School. Don't be surprised if you see Deptford there once again. I know it's a long way away. Conversely, for Kingsway, it's a team that has certainly outperformed expectations. They lose here against Deptford, but again, they look like pretty much a sure thing for the playoffs.
Right, and you just got to remember, R.J. Page, terrific shooter, can light it up, but he's got to be able to get more teammates involved. Otherwise, Kingsway's not going to do well coming to that Group 3 stretch and trying to get into the playoffs and do something there. Somebody's really going to have to emerge as that second guy. They've had it in some of these games, but against the good competition, against somebody like Deptford, you're going to need somebody else to be also the scorer, the go-to guy, somebody to box out a little bit. It's a difficult spot. You really don't have anybody. You got to start trying to pull somebody in. Somebody walking down the hallways. Get Big Bob Green to work with them. They don't have that right now, and they don't have a low post presence. They don't have anybody to stop it. Something they're going to have to work on or learn how to play against if they don't have that size. Just find a way to maybe disrupt it a little bit.
One thing they also have to do a better job is of taking care of the basketball. Quite a few turnovers tonight, but again, this is a team that's going to see Deptford as many as 3 more times, so that should certainly be interesting. We'll keep our eyes on that. Your final score, once again, 69-53, Deptford, the champion of the 2007 Atkinson Memorial Classic from Gloucester County College. For my partner, Shawn Leary, our director, Kevin Lamastra, and all the crew, I am Rob Christ. Again, I wish you a happy new year. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.